Welcome everybody to the 2025. Wow, that music was so loud I didn't even realize the scene had switched. Sorry about that. Welcome to the 2025 Food Social Recipe Rumble Wrap Party. We've made it to the end. So excited to
Yeah.
see you all here. Team captains, I am your host, Bill Staley. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Food Social. I'm joined here by Maria Ensinger, Tasha Tyndall, Amanda Scarlatti, Matt Weinstein, and Reed Dunn. Wave, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you all so much for being here. We had a very fun recipe rumble on Tuesday night where we went over all of your amazing teams, recipe creations here. It was so exciting to see what everybody made for this contest. And just as a reminder for anybody who's joining us here on Instagram or YouTube or the Shop app, you can actually join this show on the Food Social app or at market.foodsocial.io. The show's playing there too. And if you go to the Shop tab in the Food Social app, you'll be able to enter amazing giveaways from the brands that have sponsored this year's recipe Rumble. There's a little form to click on below the show on that page. You can enter to win prizes from our amazing brands. If you're finding out about Food Social for the first time, we are a home for recipe creators, brands, and home cooks, a platform that brings together recipes and shopping. And it's all in the spirit of collaboration and togetherness. We are a community and we are for creators first. So it is something that we're doing that's quite different from what everyone who's been on social media forever might expect. It's a it's a theme of community and togetherness, and we have all the tools to post recipes, find the recipes you're looking for, and shop them all in one place. Your shopping on our shop tab supports creators on the platform. So go check out over 2,500 products from amazing curated brands. And if you like what you see, tell your friends. So for the Rumble this year, this is our second year doing the Recipe Rumble. I can't believe we're already at the end of it here. We had 5 teams, 37 creators, and they created 50 recipes. You'll see a link below the show on the shop tab for those recipes as well. You can go and check them out. They're so beautiful, so creative, so amazing. We're going to see all of them a little bit in a second. But this year's theme was about teams, about collaboration. And so each team had a supporting brand. We were supported this year by Bare Bones, Nana Joe's, Costa Rica, Primal Palate, and US Wellness Meats. We're so thankful to the brand. Look at that, the US Wellness Meats. Nice plug.
Woohoo.
Oh, you guys are plugging. Does anyone else have a plug? You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love that. We're so grateful to the brands that participated this year, the creators, and of course, our partners at Stage 10, bringing you the magic of this live shoppable stream. I'm going to start putting some pictures of the products from this year's Rumble up in the corner, probably just over my face here. So you can check them out and shop them if you like them. Again, your shopping supports Food Social creators, so we all really appreciate it. So this year's Rumble, after Tuesday's live show, which I hope you all watched, creators then went and voted on their favorite recipes. There will be 2 winners this year, a grand prize and a runner-up. And then they also voted on a Team Spirit Award. So some team captain on this call has the top team spirit of the Rumble. Of course, everybody showed up and did an amazing job. So it's not really like that, but of course, it wouldn't be a Rumble without a little sense of friendly competition. So again, if you're just joining us, go to market.foodsocial.io. The show's streaming there. You can go below the show and enter to win prizes from all the participating brands. You can also click through and check out all of the recipes that were made and shop all of the products from these sponsoring brands. So go check that out. So before we get in, I'd love for my fellow team captains to introduce themselves once more because they've so generously given their time and efforts to lead teams here. So Maria, why don't we start with you first? Tell us a bit about other than Food Social, where can people find you and what kind of content you create?
Hi, I'm Maria from Stillwood Kitchen. I can be found on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and of course, Food Social. I am an Italian who loves to make Italian recipes from my childhood, but I'm also gluten free. So I focus on gluten free Italian foods and sweets and whatever else inspires me seasonally.
Love it. Tasha, why don't you go next?
Tasha Tyndall. I am just north of Pittsburgh. I've got two little ones, so all of my recipes are super family friendly. I always say I'm not chef inspired, I'm like mom inspired. So something that the kids can eat is always the goal.
Love it. Amanda, why don't you go next?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Amanda Scarlatti, and you can find me at Scarlatti Family Kitchen, either on my blog or Facebook or Instagram. I am a classically trained chef, but also a wife and mother of four kids. So my goal is to help you cook from scratch for family-friendly meals with my tips and tricks.
Love it. Matt?
Hi everyone, I'm Matt. You can follow me on Food Social and Instagram and my website, glassofweinstein.com. That's Glass of Weinstein is my brand. I'm a dedicated gluten-free cook that's been living with celiac disease for a decade. On my page, you can find obviously gluten-free recipes. I work towards breaking the stigma around gluten-free foods, making them more accessible and delicious. And you'll also find a lot of advocacy for more equity in the gluten-free and overall creator spaces. Happy Black History Month to everyone at home.
Here, here. And Reed, why don't you go last but not least?
Yeah, I'm Reed Dunn. I'm in Seattle, Washington, where I run Pesto and Potatoes. You can find me on all the social places, pestoandpotatoes.com, and of course, at Reed Dunn over on Food Social. And I am a pescatarian, a lot of seafood recipes inspired by farmers markets. I always say there's something to eat, even when you think there's not. So open the pantry and let's make a meal together. I'm really focused on easy, approachable meals, and I do a lot of recipes that are Whole30 and plant-based, Whole30 compatible. So that's me.
Love it. Well, thank you all. I don't know if you all can see the chat, but it's going off. Everybody, people who are on your teams, creators who are on your teams are giving you so much love, saying you're incredible team captains. And
Cole is killing me.
Cole's been putting in the links and just the chat is going off. I actually didn't open it until a second ago and I said, whoa, there's a lot going on.
I wish I could see it.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, if you're just joining us for the first time and you missed Tuesday's show, you really missed a good one. But I am going to do a little bit of a recap. I threw together this video 5 minutes ago. And let's see if I can get it to play. Isn't that awesome?
Woo!
Now I certainly can't take all the credit for that because, of course, the amazing creators in the Recipe Rumble made the videos, and then Matt did the initial edit on those, and all I had to do was just match the jump cuts to the beat, and voila.
We love a good sync up.
A good sync. That's right. It was a collab on a collab. So before we bring in our runner-up, just want to talk just a little bit more about recipes that we saw and were impressed with throughout this contest. No one on this call knows who the winner and runners up are. So what were some of the standout recipes to you now that the dust has settled, the voting's closed? What did you all think?
For me, I tried to like not allow team bias, so I really tried to like look at the great scope of everything. To me, a big standout was Jesse's chocolate bars from Team Bare Bones. That to me was so incredible, so creative. I was really, really blown away by that. I just thought it was so sensational and so creative. Jesse, if you're here,
I was very
amazing job.
impressed with the desserts. Yeah, I was very impressed with the desserts, and even though she is on my team, all of the desserts were incredibly creative. That is not my wheelhouse either, so I'm always impressed by that.
The chat definitely agrees. Everybody agrees that that recipe was just sensational. So Jesse is in the chat. Jesse Hagen, an OG Food Social creator, just beautiful. Any other standouts that anyone was checking out?
Pooja's chicken nugget
Yeah,
mozzarella sticks.
I
Yeah,
Golly,
agree.
she's not on my team, but those look. I mean, I was
He's
like,
not
that
my
says
go
Those
Pooja.
look
the
super good.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
those were amazing. I agree. I couldn't even believe that when I showed Haley that during the voting. She said, "Wow, they're like mini chicken cordon bleus," and it was just like, "Wow, that, like, yes,
Yeah.
elevated."
Put a little prosciutto in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be good.
Sounds great.
Ooh.
There were a ton of standouts on my team. I thought it was fun how people used granola in an interesting way. The people who D from Masala Paleo used it to crust shrimp, which was, I thought, sensational as a pescatarian. But I'm gonna make someone on this call blush. I thought Maria's brownies were
I know.
insane,
I know.
and I have all of the ingredients on my counter, and I'm actually going to make them later today
Yes.
or tomorrow morning. I cannot wait. I love a coffee infused flavor bomb, and I'm really excited about those.
All of
Well,
these
you'll get
links.
that for sure.
I know that recipe was so good. All of these links are ending up in the chat. So join us on market.foodsocial.io. You can go right to these recipes we're talking about and check them out and enter the giveaways. But yeah, like that recipe was just amazing. Like Maria, that like just subtle like crackle you got on the
The
frosting was
glaze. Yeah.
kind of zoomed in on it. And I went, whoa, I know what that tastes
Mm-hmm.
like.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
really yummy.
all right, without further ado, drum roll, please. Your 2025 Recipe Rumble runner up is it's Michelle Daniels from Back Porch Paleo.
Go,
Michelle,
Michelle.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
Puzzle.
you. Blushing beyond words, but to match the passion fruit little cubes there.
Amazing, amazing, amazing recipe. We want to hear all about it. So I'm actually going to toss you.
Okay. I can't see anyone else now or hear Bill or anybody, so I'll just talk. This for Bare Bones, they had the broth or their new drink mixes. Passion fruit runs in my veins. For any of you all that have followed for a little bit, if it has passion fruit, I'm all in. And so it lended itself to a really tropical vibe. And I also, I'm a grandma, and so I wanted to make something fun that my grandkids could probably also enjoy. And while these are not traditional Jello shots, because there's no booze in them, there are instructions to add booze if you would like. But I also wanted to call back to, as a child, my mom, all the rage back in the day, they were called Knox blocks or Jello jigglers. My mom would send those in my lunch, and all the kids were like, "What is your mom? What are these?" And so I wanted to create a little warm fuzzy for myself as well. So to make it finger food, kind of snacky game day kind of approach, I put them in little cups. And my granddaughter that was here last week sampled them, and she was more enamored with the little spoon than anything else. But it was really fun to make. And I also challenged myself to use as many brands from the market as I could. So I actually have 4 brands featured in this recipe. Besides Bare Bones, I had Further Food Collagen. I had Transcendence Coffee to sweeten the cream, and then some AM vanilla salt in the halpia bottom part there. And that halpia is just a coconut pudding, a very Hawaiian traditional kind of dessert. So I thought the pairing them together was kind of fun.
What an amazing creative recipe. I think we we got a sneak peek of this at the happy hour. Was it last week? We talked
I
about it
think
a little
so.
bit.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, a small group of us looked at this, and it was just like, even then, we were just like blown away that you thought about this in such a unique way, like bringing together so many different, elements from a culinary perspective, and creativity and drawing upon things that sort of from like your family, right? Like these are just there's just something so sublime about like how you did that, and like it was just like those of us who were there and got to listen to you talk about it the first time were like,
Yeah.
oh, like that's such a neat recipe.
Yeah, thanks. I do love comfort food. I love drawing from my childhood and warm fuzzies. And anytime I can attribute a recipe to my mom, and
Yeah,
although she was not a huge cook, she let me play as much as I wanted in the kitchen and literally got me to where I'm at today because she hated to cook. She didn't like it. And so she was always cleaning up after my messes. I could make any mess I wanted, and she was always cleaning up after me. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. It took 4 tries. I will say I went through a lot of attempts before it was correct, but making more today because we're having all the family over on Sunday. So all the grandkids will be able to enjoy them this time instead of just one. So
love that. And I haven't tried that bare bones product yet. What did you think of it?
it's really good. I only got the passion fruit, but I know Jessie used the fruit punch and she said it's amazing. So, and it's great because I actually tolerate it. Some of these kind of drink mix things I don't tolerate because there's sugar alcohol in them. This does not have that. It's with stevia and a little bit of monk fruit, which I do tolerate. So it was a win for me. And the flavor is really delicious. So I'm excited to try the fruit punch. And who doesn't love lemonade? So I will be getting those as well and having a lot of fun with them. Yeah, Leah said she tried the lemonade. Great. Yeah, I think they did great. I love that they pivoted to something kind of sweet, even though they're a bone broth company. I thought it was a really unique way to pivot and bring something new to their customers and fans of their product and brand.
So cool. I
Yeah.
hope to
So
see that
thank you.
hope to see that product in more places. I know that Kate and Ryan are just amazing people, amazing business people. I've watched them work so hard over the years, and it's so great when people who are also very nice find success in business. And so we're so grateful.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, we're so grateful they're part of Food Social. They're friends. That's like the best when those sort of relationships evolve into friendships over the years. And so, Kate and Ryan, thanks so much for participating this year. Your bone broth products are amazing. I can't wait to try these. If you're watching and you'd like to enter for a giveaway for these, it's below the show on market.foodsocial.io. It's below the show in the Food Social app. Just click the shop tab and we'll be right there. We'll be here for a little bit longer. And you can also shop all the products from the Recipe Rumble below that on the shop. Okay, so one of the 2 big moments here, one of the 3 big moments, of course, Michelle, stay on.
Okay.
We are going to now announce the grand prize winner of this year's Recipe Rumble, and it is
Okay, hear me out. Mozzarella stick chicken nuggets. Oh, look at that cheese pool.
All
Yes!
right, Pooja
Yeah!
Parikh,
Yes!
you are this year's
Abuja!
winner by a lot.
Mazel tov!
Pooja had over 2 times the amount of votes for her win than sorry, Michelle, but but second place, Pooja had a ton of people who said yes, this is this year's winner. Congratulations. That
Thank you.
that recipe was so creative. How did you come up with that?
Thank you so much. First of all, if I cry, it's because I've never won anything like this before, and I love our community so
I'm gonna
much. I
cry.
just feel so like honored and shocked. I just didn't expect that at all. So thank you all so much. So please bear with me if I cry. I'm already crying a little bit. I honestly, I was just like, you know how we all get our best ideas sometimes when we're right about to fall asleep. And I was about to fall asleep one day and I was thinking about what recipe I wanted to make. And I was like, I'd love to combine two really fun, popular game day recipes. And so I was like, why not try a mozzarella stick chicken nugget situation? I didn't know if it would work out. It was kind of an experiment and I got very lucky that it worked out. And that's, yeah, it was born. I think actually that night I was about to fall asleep and I asked my husband, I was like, can you text me mozzarella stick chicken nugget so I don't forget the idea? But that's basically how they were born and they're so easy to make. It's like making a chicken nugget and putting a mozzarella stick, like a little mozzarella ball on the inside, and that's it. So yeah, thank you.
I liked your crime junkie t-shirt too in the video.
Had to represent.
That was such an amazing recipe. When I and like, don't take this the wrong way. I didn't like it didn't register with me first. Like I saw it before I understood what it was, and I was like, yeah, like Alex says in the chat, a good cheese pool, right? I'm a sucker for that. I'm in, right? You have my you have my attention, and now it's you have my interest. It's like, oh, wait, what? The outside is made of ground chicken. And then if you said it before, what did you bread it with?
I breaded it with, so I took panko and I like crushed it up really fine because I wanted to really recreate the outside of a mozzarella stick. Like the outside is like really crunchy, it's really well seasoned with like Italian seasoning. And so I wanted it to have that kind of the texture of a mozzarella stick, if you will. And so, yeah,
What
finely crushed panko.
what was your cooking method for it?
Air fryer.
Air fryer. I love
I
that.
originally planned on frying them, and then I was like, Reed, whenever we had that call, that creator call a few weeks ago, where you were talking about like simplicity and trying to have the fewest number of steps and how helpful that is, I was like, I'm gonna test air fryer first, and they turned out beautifully, and so I just stuck with that.
So smart. People love to use their air fryer, especially like game day stuff, because it's like a little quicker and you can kind of like make it mid game or whatever. So they were so brilliant. I like was really like
I think
blown
it
away.
makes them crispier too. I think the air fryer, it's such an intense heat in a smaller box that it gets a lot more texture on the outside, I have found. So,
And there's just less mess, and like you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about disposing of oil or any
Yeah.
of that.
definitely.
I mean, in the chat, this is the
Cheese Louise.
yeah, cheese Louise. This is the most genius idea ever.
Oh,
Recipe mashup is epic. I mean, it's Michelle, you said that.
everyone's so nice.
I'm really impressed. Yeah, I'm blown away.
Yeah.
My mom's in the chat, so is my husband. So sweet.
Come on, fam.
This family.
That's great.
I also had to give a major shout out to US Wellness Meats because their chicken, I get kind of sensitive when, this is going to sound weird, but like when chicken is too chickeny, if you will,
Yeah.
like it has that really like strong briny flavor. Their chicken is just so fresh. It lended really beautifully to this recipe. It picked up whatever seasoning I put on it. Like it worked out so well. And so their chicken's amazing. Highly recommend.
They're such a great company. It's almost a disservice to call them a company because really there's so much mission to what they're doing. I know we talked about this on the last show, but John Wood and his co-founders, they have these farms in Northeast Missouri, and they were doing regenerative agriculture before it was cool. They have these amazing practices around animal husbandry. I've been to their farms, I've met the animals, I've seen that their fields are a good 2 feet higher in soil from adjacent fields using conventional practices. So their fields don't run off, they don't disrupt our watersheds, they don't use like crazy pesticides. In fact, they probably don't use any at all. They're just such an amazing company. And so anyone out there who doesn't have great access to meat, or heck, even if you do, this is like the best of the best. And so if you want to order US Wellness Meats product, you can do it in Food Social's market. So again, the Food Social app, just click the shop tab. You can search for US Wellness Meats. There's also links to these products below the show, but we love them so much. They are a force for good in this world. They're helping to do things right and improve what everyone has access to. So John Wood and crew, I love those guys so much. They have an amazing outlook into how they can be a force for good in this world.
And if you ever want to learn more about them, Michelle and I got the opportunity to interview John on our podcast last year. And he talks a lot about like the regenerative farming and exactly what that means. And it was just so interesting. Like we talked about this last time, but he is such a wealth of knowledge, and how intentional they are about their practices is just really incredible. And it makes you want to support them even more.
Amazing. Okay. Last but not least, the Team Spirit Award. Some team on this call, represented on this call, won. And this year, we asked creators participating and creators in our community to vote on which team demonstrated the best spirit of collaboration, coordination, and creativity, what it meant to be a team. And this year's inaugural Team Spirit winner is
Okay, hear me out. Mozzarella stick chicken nugget. Oh, look at that cheese pull.
My name's Maggie, and these are my dairy-free chicken and waffle bites with a honey mustard maple dipping sauce.
Today we're making gluten-free braised beef nachos for the Food Social Recipe Rumble. These nachos might be more important than the game itself.
congratulations, Matt and the Meatballers. I feel so bad because only I could see your reaction in the backstage feed, but Matt, for the last minute and a half, has just been doing this.
I'm just really proud of my teammates. They just rose to the occasion and were so open and enthusiastic. And wow, thank you so much.
If you were on Matt's team, tell us in the chat how it was working with Matt. Leah already said you can't have a team run by Matt and not win team spirit. Now, I will say, this was
I was on Matt's team, and I have to chime in a little bit because I got a first row seat to how incredibly he led our team. He was so communicative. He was so like, he celebrated every single person, every person's recipe. He set such a strong example for everyone. And he even like, at one point he messaged everyone on our team. He was like, hey, if you ever need anyone to talk to, like if you ever need a safe space, I'm here for you. Like just such a strong leader for our team. And it set the tone for everyone. So congratulations.
Thanks, friend.
I love it. It was a very close race in this one. I think every team did an amazing job showing team spirit. Like this was the one where you see strong recipes and you go, okay, those have a chance of winning. When it came to this award, it was like, oh, everybody's got spirit. Like teams are doing coordinated videos. Like Tasha, your team did coordinated videos. You saw teams that were cheering each other on in the comments on FoodSocial, which I loved seeing. Like comments were just lighting up on recipes. I was getting so many notifications from the FoodSocial app, which is free, available on iOS and Android. And you also saw teams who were coordinating which types of recipes they were making too, to like make menus. And so this one could have gone any way. Matt, I love that your team won. You guys did an amazing job, but
Thank you.
I think everybody should be commended here too, because really, like, this is so central to our ethos, like being teammates to one another on a daily basis. We have weekly happy hour calls. We follow each other on FoodSocial. We a lot of us have become friends in real life, and I think that this togetherness that was baked into this year's contest was like so palpable because every team had team spirit. So I hope everybody goes away from this feeling like their team grew a little bit closer.
I love seeing Matt just like dance.
I just can't wait to tell them.
Should I put music back on? It'll probably be too loud. I don't know. I didn't do a good job of it earlier. Anyone want to say anything else about the meatballers?
I just want
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I want to
Good job,
commend all of our captains. Yeah, everyone did such an incredible job communicating with their teams. And I know I sent a lot of communication your way, and I appreciate you all just, keeping that line open and cheering on your teams and just being so amazing throughout this contest. Thank you all.
Yeah, all the team captains did this like as a volunteer and
Yes.
in the midst of busy life and January just being crazy anyways and sickness and who knows, we all are busy. So I appreciated all the effort from all the captains because it was a big ask and everyone showed up. So
It was so fun.
yeah.
So who here thinks we should do more of this throughout the year? I know it's a lot, but at the end of the day, we're all making recipes, and you can choose to raise your hand for team captains or not in the future. But I think it could be a really fun way for us to continue to show up for one another, create recipes around events or seasons or holidays, elevate these amazing brands in our community, and just keep being the FoodSocial that we are. A little bit different out there, but so much about community and supporting one another. So let's wrap it, but a big thanks to our friends and partners at Stage 10 for this amazing technology that we're using, this live shoppable event. We didn't do a ton of shoppable placements on the show today, but you can visit market.foodsocial.io to shop all of these products and more. There's so many hidden gems in our market with over 2,500 products. We're doing the best we can to curate them for you so you can shop amazing products. Let us know what you think. If you like it, tell your friends. And again, your purchase supports FoodSocial creators. It is such a great on the phone. I love that. It's good for you. It's good for the creators, and it's good for the brands too. So thank you all for your support. Again, the FoodSocial app is free for iOS and Android, or you can just go to foodsocial.io on any device that picks up the internet. Thank you to the creators, the team captains, the amazing brands that participated: Bare Bones, Nana Joe's, Costa Rica, Primal Palate, and US Wellness Meats, and everyone who helped pull off this recipe rumble. You can still enter the giveaway for products from those supporting brands below the show on our market. I know I've said it before, market.foodsocial.io, or the shop tab.
Enter.
Enter now. We'll leave
Free
it
stuff.
up. We'll leave it up a little bit longer. It will disappear soon. Shop for products. It supports creators. And thank you all so much for an amazing rumble. We love seeing all of your
Happy Friday.
Happy
Go whoever.
Friday.
Go, yeah.
Go sports.
And we'll see you on the FoodSocial app. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Go
Bye.
Birds.
Congrats, everyone.
Good.